On Saturday the 26th of January, Hawick and U18s travelled to the Oriam Training Complex in Edinburgh to face Ayr in the semi-final of the Scottish Youth League Cup. Hawick fielded a very strong team, and although Paul Goldie was missing due to injury, Charlie Welsh proved early on that he would be a reliable member of the backline, with this kick relieving some pressure from his team's shoulders. Hawick worked hard to earn a penalty on the Ayr 22-metre line, and Bailey Donaldson stepped up comfortably to slot the first kick through the uprights. Despite being off target with his next effort, Donaldson made it 2 out of 3 with this penalty to put Hawick into a 6-0 lead. For the remaining 10 minutes of the first half, it was Ayr who looked threatening with the ball in hand, but Hawick weren't going to let them score easily, and some big tackles from Billy McNeil, Ben Shelley and Jamie Grant stopped Ayr getting on the scoreboard. Hawick would eventually win the turnover, and it meant they were still 6-0 in front at the break. Into the second half, and Ayr started where they left off, using their power in the park to work their way up to the try line. When the ball was shifted along the hands of the backs, Charlie Welsh slipped on the wet surface to allow centre Dylan Wilson to score the first try of the match. And it wasn't long before Hawick found themselves on the defensive foot again. This time it was easier for Ayr to get through, and although having 3 Hawick players holding on to him, Ayr fly half Andy Morrison carried himself over the line. Hawick did manage to push Ayr up the pitch a bit, but it was clear the boys were tiring, and Ayr would have been in for another try if it wasn't for substitute Alex Jones running across the pitch to tackle Chris Easton into touch. Ayr then worked their way up to the Hawick line once more, and after many phases, fly half Andy Morrison noticed overlap on the starting side and sent Chris Easton in for Ayer's 3rd try and the final points of the match. The result means Ayr will play Muir in the final, after they comfortably defeated holders Stirling County in the other semi. As for Hawick, all roads lead to the Volunteer 3G for the league decider against Melrose on Saturday the 16th of February. But at full time at the Oriam Training Complex in Edinburgh, it's Ayr 19, Hawick 6.